When we talk about Korean traditional dance, we're talking about something that's so much more than just movement. It's really a living history book, a vibrant kind of storytelling that gets right to the soul of a nation. So let's dive in and see how these incredible art forms tell stories of joy, sorrow, and spirit that go back centuries. I mean, just think about this idea for a second. A world where every graceful movement tells a story. That's the question we're really going to dig into today. What are these stories? And what do they reveal about Korean culture? So the term you'll hear is Hanguk Muyong. And sure, it literally translates to Korean traditional dance, but it's so much deeper than that. This is history told through the body, mind, and spirit. And unlike a lot of dance that's about sharp, precise angles, this is often all about the beauty of flowing circular motions and this deep controlled motion that comes from within. Okay, first up, we're going to explore what you might call the soul's inner world through a dance called Salpuri. Now, to really get this one, you have to kind of slow down with it. It's profoundly personal, it's deeply emotional, and honestly, it's just absolutely captivating to watch. So, picture this. The stage is almost empty. It's quiet, and a lone dancer emerges, usually dressed in a simple white hanbok. The music is really minimal. Maybe you just hear the haunting sound of a single flute. It creates this atmosphere of, well, deep introspection. And in their hands, they hold one single, absolutely crucial prop, a long white silk scarf. Now, this isn't just a piece of fabric, it's a symbol. It represents a burden, a deep sorrow, maybe a knot of unresolved grief, something that desperately needs to be let go. And that release, that is the entire point. The name Salpuri literally means to cleanse or release negative energy. The whole performance is a ritual of purification. It's this improvised emotional journey that starts from complete stillness and builds to a huge climactic release. One Salpuri dancer put it perfectly, saying, "It's like shedding a skin, a spiritual cleansing on stage." Wow. You can just feel the catharsis in that, can't you? The dance builds from this quiet sorrow to an intense, swirling release of that white scarf. It's a powerful act of liberation, not just for the performer, but for everyone watching too. All right, now let's completely shift gears. We're going from that deep, quiet introspection, and we're jumping headfirst into the people's outward voice. The loud, energetic, satirical, and, honestly, often hilarious world of Talchum. And I just love this analogy for it. Think of Talchum as a kind of medieval Korean Saturday Night Live. Seriously, it's a full-on mask dance drama, a brilliant mix of performance, music, and some pretty biting social commentary from a time when, speaking your mind could be seriously dangerous. And that's how it critiqued society. Performers would wear these incredible, expressive masks to become specific characters. You'd have the corrupt nobleman who's always being mocked for his greed and hypocrisy, and he'd be facing off against the witty servant, who's the hero for using his cleverness to speak truth to power. So you get this amazing mix of dance, music, and dialogue all working together to tell the story. The dance moves are often more earthy and powerful than what you'd see in fancy court dances, really reflecting where it came from, the common people. And the music, driven by this raucous farmer's percussion, is loud and vibrant. It's the perfect soundtrack for making fun of the powerful, all from behind the safety of a mask. Okay, let's move on to our next dance, which tells a totally different kind of story. We're now looking at what you could call nature's breathtaking form, the fan dance, or Buchaechum. So if Salpuri was like an internal whisper and Talchum was a satirical shout, then Buchaechum is a visual poem. It's been called a living, breathing tapestry of color and motion, and honestly, that is exactly what it feels like to watch. What you're seeing is dozens of dancers using these huge, decorated fans as extensions of their bodies, creating these absolutely mesmerizing shapes. Set to elegant, flowing court music, they might form living, blossoming flowers, then gentle, rolling waves, or even a flock of birds taking flight. It's truly like watching a living kaleidoscope in action. And this dance has had such a beautiful evolution. Its roots are in ancient shamanic rituals, believe it or not, to bless harvests. Then, during the Joseon dynasty, it became this really refined, theatrical art form. And today? Well, today it's a globally recognized symbol of Korean artistry and grace. So we've seen dances of the soul, dances of the people, and dances of nature. But how does this all fit together? The dance definitely lives on. But why? What is its living legacy today? And that really brings us to the most important question for any traditional art form, right? In our super fast-paced, modern world, why do these old dances still matter? Well, the answer really boils down to three key things. First, it's about cultural preservation. These dances are carrying centuries of history and values with them. Second, they're a window into the Korean soul, revealing this unique aesthetic that prizes harmony and flow. And third, they are just timeless art, communicating profound beauty without needing to say a single word. So, if all this has you feeling inspired, how can you actually go experience this yourself? Well, if you ever visit Korea, the National Gugok Center in Seoul is an absolute must-see. But you can also find a total treasure trove of performances online, especially on the Gugok Center's official YouTube channel. And hey, don't forget to check for Korean cultural centers near you. At the end of the day, these dances aren't just performances. They are stories waiting for you to understand them. They're living proof of Korea's rich cultural tapestry and an invitation to explore emotions that are universal to all of us. So the only real question left is, what story will you discover?